Bum, 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 bum. Yow. Ba-da-da-da-dum. Yow. Ba-da-da-da-dum. Wow. Da-da-da-da-da. Yow. Da-da-da-da-da. Montez at midday. Da-da-da. That's why I'm here. Da-da-da. Montez at midday. Da-da-da. That's why I'm here. Da-da-da. Montez at midday. That's why we're here. Montez is gonna talk to you today. Montez at midday. Yeah. That's where we're at, girls. Yeah. Montez at midday. Woo! Shout it on out now, child. Yeah. How we doing, good people? And welcome to Montez at midday. I'm your host, Dre Montez, and I love the smell of coffee in the morning. Do you? How we doing, good people? It is way back Wednesday edition of the show. We get in that time of the weather where we get to get creative. And ladies, it's almost that time of year again. Sundress. I'll take the sundress over the yoga pants any day, including the Amazon yoga pants, where I just heard about this such thing yesterday. But yeah, it's almost sundress season, guys. Are you ready? Raise your hand if you are. I'm ready for sundress season. We are for sure. If it's your first time tuning in, thank you so much for tuning into the show. If you're on Facebook following us, hello, Facebook Live. If you're on Twitter, hello, Twitter at W2B, Dre Montez. And YouTube, Dre Montez. How we doing, good people? Just in case, you can always go to the website at www.dremontez.com. Good folk in the building. Man, this weather here, this is when I can dress like Charlie Sheen on 2.5 Men all year round. I kind of went through that little identity crisis when I first got out of the military. I just wore shorts and flip-flops. Well, I'm sorry, sandals with socks and T-shirts with weird phrases on the front. I dressed like that the first 2 years I got out the military. I'm just hanging here, man. Just telling you, just doing what we got to do. All I know is I love the smell of coffee. Do you love the smell of coffee in the morning? Because coffee, it's here for you. Coffee is here for you for sure. All right, good people. You know we got to do high fives in the building. Chest bump. Let's hug it out. Oh. That hug is for my little sister, my aunt, and my dad. Oh. Dinner 2 days in a row. Am I lucky or what? I mean, thank you. There's just something about pecan pie. Oh, look here. It's okay to go out to eat and go to your favorite restaurant, eat your favorite meal, have your favorite drink. I get all that. But a home-cooked meal that you don't cook speaks volumes. You can't get that at Snook or Aldi. Can't get there. Fresh food, no. From the kitchen, onto the plate, into the mouth, into the belly. Instant relaxation. You can't do nothing but smoke after that, huh? Can't do nothing but smoke after that, huh? If it's your birthday today, happy birthday to you. Those of you know who you are. In the past 2 days, I've met 37 people had a birthday the past 2 days. For those of you that missed February 29th, we're still giving it to you. Happy birthday to you. Damn you. Them people, they damn day. Happy birthday to you. If it's your anniversary, happy anniversary to you. Maybe you just had a kid. Congratulations. Maybe you got one in the oven and everybody doesn't know, but the most important people, the parents. Congratulations. You got something coming up you're excited about because it is that fresh start week for some of you. And it's also countdown to STOFC. It's also almost time to man your battle stations. Caw-caw! One more week and they're coming home. This place could get outrageous. Battlehawks, 2 parades. Calm down. Who's on the pitch? Who's going on the telly? It's going to be an insane, probably 2.5 weeks here in the St. Louis area for sure. And shout out to my little cousin from Fontbonne University. The old Bonnie's in the building. My little cousin Courtney White plays basketball for the Bonnies and has had quite a stellar career at Fontbonne. Let me tell you a little bit about her. Shout out to her parents, my cousin Darren, her mom Renee. What up, cousins? But let me tell you what this young lady has accomplished in her career. First of all, she's 5'4" from North County. Woo, woo, woo. In the building. All right. College career, she got 1,079 points. That is fantastic. Hold on. We're not done yet. We're not done. 632 rebounds. 238 this year. First overall in the SLIAC. 263 assists. 163 steals. Started in all but one game. First team All-American. All defensive team. My little cousin, Courtney White, y'all. Fontbonne University. What up, Courtney? As they say out there, you go, girl. Do your thing, do your thing, do your thing for sure. Let's get on there with our mantra of the day, people. It's Wednesday. It's way back. We're going to let it go. Ignore them. Give it time. Don't compete. Stay calm. It's on you and laugh. That laughing is key for sure. It definitely is key. Laughter is definitely out there for everyone to enjoy, to accept, and to get involved. There's nothing like a good old laugh. I think everyone needs it, right? And it's that time of year. It's called baseball season, kids. And here on Montez at midday, from time to time, I bring my good friend Willie in. What's happening, Willie? We were talking, debate about how we feel about the Cardinals in spring training, looking forward to what's going on this year in Cardinal baseball. Speaking of Cardinal baseball, it's a lot to discuss when it comes to the Cardinals here in the St. Louis area. You have your choice, you have your options, radio. Everybody's stuck in how they follow the Cards. I'm not saying I'm doing a Cardinal show, but what we're going to do we're going to do a little test run on Cardinal home games. We're going to start out at Kilroy's and talk to fans. We'll have just a question of the day, as opposed to the timing of the matchup, or maybe just an overall Cardinal question. Just get the fans' responses that are going by and put it out there on the internet, whether it be YouTube, Facebook, or Twitter, whoever it may be. Just get a little baseball sense out there, because I think we are a knowledgeable fan base when it comes to having that Cardinal conversation. I really do believe that for sure. So I'm looking forward to getting that going. Still playing around with the name and what to call it. Basically just going to be talking to Dre. That's about it. Just about baseball. Nothing fancy, nothing crazy, no smashing beer cans on our head. I mean, those were the days back in the day, but with a 5 in front of your age now and having grandkids, I think we can still have fun, but let's just show off our baseball knowledge out there. So I think I want to bring that aspect to it, as well as seeing the excitement of seeing baseball fans, whether you're walking to the game or getting a golf cart ride to the game or whatever it may be. It's that time of year we can talk and converse and debate on Cardinals and baseball rule changes or whatever it may be in the world of Major League Baseball. So I'm looking forward to that for sure. And as I always tell you guys, we got to help each other out. Well, it's tax season right now. I want to make sure you're being treated right. So you file the Unlimited way, contacting Unlimited Taxes and More at 844-563-1040. It's 844-563-1040. Or you can text the word cash now to 21,000 or stop by their location at 709 North Euclid. They're located in Central West End. As you can go on the bottom of the screen right there and get that information as well. But it is way back Wednesday. And we already know what I do. I get a kick out of watching documentaries, movies, new television shows, getting caught up on those shows. Like I just started Blue Bloods a month and a half ago. I'm in season 10 right now. Okay. Good one, Pop. Good one. Mm-hmm. It's my Francis Reagan. Pretty good, wasn't it? Dre Montez is Francis Reagan right there. Did you catch that? But I'm into that. But I watched the documentary with Coach K and LeBron James, Chasing Greatness, out there on HBO Max. And it's a few things I forgot about when it comes to LeBron James. I mean, I'm thinking of LeBron James in the past 10 years. I forgot about the chosen one. I forgot about all that. I forgot how high school basketball changed because of LeBron James. I forgot how the internet exploded due to LeBron James. I forgot how old he was and what the NBA did to him his first 3 years in the league that we totally forgot about. And in this documentary, Chasing Greatness with Coach K and LeBron James, they kind of piggyback on that. And I totally forgot about that. There was a lot of pressure on that young man. Can you imagine the pressure not only being the one and done, going from high school to the NBA at that time, the hype around you coming out of high school, the explosion of the internet at that time, how the NBA was transitioning, looking for the next face of the NBA, how those players felt about how the NBA was portraying LeBron James as much better than these older players who were like 28 to 32 years old at the time. And all that on that young man's back and shoulders at that time to be the savior for Cleveland, Ohio was just insane. But looking at it today and looking at what LeBron James is at now and looking at what all he's accomplished and what he's still trying to accomplish, it made me get a better appreciation and understanding of him. It's up there again, the documentary of Bill Belichick. I didn't understand him, didn't like him, didn't appreciate him. But until I saw that documentary about Bill Belichick, now I get a better appreciation and understanding. I never disliked LeBron James. It's just I was a Jordan dude. I went from Jordan to Kobe. And the way that LeBron tried to come in uninvited at times or talk about a conversation that he wasn't even in, I didn't like the initial engagement. But going back to the beginning, the root of LeBron, I get it now. I get it. I understand where he's at now and why he's at that mindset right now, because it's due to what happened in the beginning. If you have HBO Max, check it out. It is Coach K and LeBron Chasing Greatness. If you are a music lover out there, I don't know what made me do it, but maybe it was due to the fact it was the last day of Black History Month. And I want to watch something I haven't seen before that really got not a sombering, not like a 19 bad, just some positivity on it. HBO Max again got me. It did it again. HBO Max got me again, guys. It got me again. They had one on there, and it's called look like we got ovens. What up, E. Cox? What's going on, my man? What it be like? Softball teammate right there, my man E. Cox in the building. What's going on, buddy? Rowe. Thanks for tuning in, boss, for the show. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, I checked out this new documentary on HBO Max. It's called Watt Stacks, WATTSTAX. So for 7 years, they have been running a music festival in Watts. This is like the homecoming since the riot. And I never heard of this. Never heard of this festival. None of it. You're going to remember some of the artists. But it's so raw. They have Ted Lang in there from the Love Boat, not as a character, just real talk conversation. From Sanford and Son, Esther's husband, Woodrow, he's in there, not as Woodrow, as a true character. Mario Van Peebles' dad is in there. There's some great cameos in there. Staple singers, man, look here. I've never heard of this movie before, but the way it was captured, the way they captured real conversation in the barbershop. A brother's telling the appreciation of the Afro. They catch a couple of the sisters in a boutique talking about the beauty and the love and appreciation of the black man at that time. The ups and downs of being in love with a black man or being black at that time. Ted Lang talks about being a darker skinned black man and his brother being light skinned. He talks about an interesting conversation between him and his brother and a group of friends. But the conversation with the brothers, it looked like in a hallway of an apartment. They talking about war, politics, and community contributions in this film. And the way they capture this whole thing, again, it's on HBO Max. It's on HBO Max. It's called Watt Stacks. It is, I thought Summer of Soul was something else that my man Questlove did that won an Oscar a couple of years ago that was overshadowed by the damn slap. But this one here, it was done in 1973. The costumes, the music, the people, the energy, the message. It kind of put me on like on this first little talking conversation on how I'm looking at all these movies on how community involvement in the 60s and 70s and 80s was more about the adults understanding in the community what the community needed. What happened to that today? It's like the communication is gone. In the communities that need the community outreach programs. If you look at anything on film or read any books about the 60s, the 70s and 80s and early 90s, look at how the community programs worked, how the community was really involved, what the community was doing. I'm talking about in your community, there was somewhere for you to go in the community, whether for help, guidance, to volunteer. They put on different programs. They did so many things, and they show this in each and every documentary I've been watching probably the past 4 years. There's always some type of a community center being involved, doing things that you don't hear about anymore unless there's a fucking crisis. But this was always there, and it provided something each and every time. Why is it so hard to get that going again? Because they always put in front that brings so many things and so many problems about money. Sometimes you don't need money to start every damn thing. Sometimes you just need the kindness of people's hearts. That's what they did in the 60s and 70s. They got buildings donated to them. All they needed was time. The most valuable thing out there that we have is time. And they utilized it in a more positive way in the 60s, 70s, and 80s. Now we're just wasting time. But that documentary, Watch Stacks, I'm telling you, I had never heard of it. If you have HBO Max, it is on a whole new level. You're talking about real, raw conversations about the movement, the times, how the black man was being treated, how women were being treated, how men and people of color were being treated throughout the U.S. At the time, I was not even born. Well, I was a young baby then, 73. I was a child. But this concert, never heard of it. Never heard of this movie. Well, a lot of things didn't spread the way they spread today. Hell, it can be a concert in North Philly today at 1 o'clock, and we're heard about live today. But back then, news didn't travel that way. Unless I guess you were in that circle. But if you have HBO Max, check it out. Do yourself a favor for sure. What's up, Mickey? What's going on from Washington State? My man, thanks for tuning in for sure. All the time, my man. I think that's my fascination with documentaries. In a way, I get to travel back in time, and I try to make sense of the positive things they did back then to put a spin on it to make it make sense today, to make it applicable today more than anything. Because I think with another time, I think more community involvement is needed. Got to start where you're at the core. The core, you start right there, home base. You got to start right there, right? And it seems they had a better understanding of that back then with less resources than we have today. But they utilized with less resources then. And we have way more resources today, and we utilize less. Make it make sense, because I can't. It's an important time right there coming up right now in the football world. We found out some very dark things about football in the past 15 years, whether you like it or not. No matter how good something is, the beginning is probably a horrible story. I'm going to say it again. No matter how good you like something today, I bet in the beginning there was a horrible story to it. And football is one of those horrible stories, very dark. They won't ever tell us the entire true story. I mean, who would do that? Why lose the fan base? But in the recruitment process of football, now that you can't give money away the way they used to back in the olden days, you can still find ways to get what you want. It's fair to say that. We know that. We accepted that. But it's the stories that come out when people don't get what they want. They deem to tell you things that we already knew, but maybe we just don't want to hear it. You ever knew something, but you don't want to hear that shit. Man, I know your girl cheating on you. Man, I know, but I don't want to hear that. Your man ain't no good, girl. I know, but I don't want to hear that. Some things people know, they just don't want to hear it. But what if they wanted us to know this about the recruiting stories when it comes to football? Well, across sports, period. What they look for, certain criteria when it comes to getting what they want. That quote unquote looking for that dog athlete. Can you find a dog athlete coming out of a 2+ parent home versus a single parent home or just an adult supervision home? Which one is going to have the more dog, the more hunger in them to be at the opportunity when it comes for them? Who's going to grasp the opportunity faster? The 2+ parent kid, the single parent kid, or the adult supervision kid? You see? So that's been done for decades, since eons. We know that. Again, some things we don't want to hear it because we already know this. It's not shocking to us. Who benefits from hearing about this? Who's the benefactor here? What's the common denominator here? That's that type of discipline you get when your parents are tired of whooping your ass. Punishments don't work no more. I'm gonna give you one of them slow talkings to sit down, turn the TV off, look at me. Them hurt. Them hurt to the core. That shows you growing, though. You don't want to go back to those conversations. But when you come out with stories like that, see you're punching. You're not really getting up in there like you need to get up in there. Get on up in there. If you want to expose something, tell us what's going on there. That's nothing. We've known that. We know the hunger is different out of a 2-parent home versus nobody in it. Who raising you? We know they all look at a $20 bill differently. Come on now. Enlighten me with stories like that, huh? I thought we were better than that. Huh? Are we? I tell you one thing, we're not better than. We're not one of the better, happiest cities out there, St. Louis. We got some work to do. Here are the happiest cities. Number 1, Fremont City in California. I'm going. San Jose is number 2. I'm going. Madison, Wisconsin is number 5. I'm going. I've been to Madison, Wisconsin. I'm going to those first 2. St. Louis. We either got to study harder, do better, communicate. Did it help when your teacher gave you your progress report telling you what you're doing wrong, emphasizing what you're doing wrong or emphasizing what you're doing right? Which one did you prefer? Because right now, coming in at a clear 155, St. Louis is in happiest cities. We're 155 in happiest cities. Springfield, Missouri comes in at 153. Oh, goodness, where'd you go? Springfield, Missouri comes in at 153. Kansas City comes in at, whoa, drum roll, please. 147. Guys, we got work to do here on the Missouri side. We got work to do, huh? Let's smile. Let's hug a little more. Get off these dating apps and get out there and meet some people. I want everybody to delete their dating apps right now. Go ahead. We're going to take a little break here. You guys delete those dating apps. I want you to get out there and meet people. Let's get these numbers up on happiest cities. Let's go. Come on, let's go. Let's get out there. Let's go. Let's become happy again. Let's make St. Louis happy again. Huh? Dre Montez, you have my word on it. Well, guys, we're going to take a little smoke break here. Smoke them if you got them. Bathroom break as well. Coffee break for those that need another cup. And the ones that never made their cup, or find your water. We're going to take a break right here and come right back with more. St. Louis Organics presents Montez at midday. Short break here. Word from my sponsor, Mountain Man Scrub. Get your scrub on today, good folks. Be right back.
Mountain Man Scrub. As smooth as a river flows. MountainManScrub.com. Get your scrub on.
What up, good people? Way back Wednesday edition of the show. How's everybody doing? All systems go. Everybody's doing well. If you're just tuning in, talked about a couple of documentaries that I saw. The latest one is LeBron and Coach K, called Chasing Greatness. Check it out. The other one that I saw is Watt Stacks, and both of these are on HBO Max. Watt Stacks is a music documentary around the riot 1965 out in California. I had no idea about this, never heard of it before, but it is so raw. It is amazing. Check it out if you get a chance. Really do. Really do. I can't thank you all for tuning in. What's going on, big people? I'm here for the people too, man. I'm all about happiness, man. I want everybody to win. I know that's an old sports cliche. I never thought I would be that guy. You know, you grow up one way minded in sports. Then as you get older, you see there's another side to sports. Then you get another way. There's another sport. You actually do a 360-degree turn in sports when you finally get it. It's gonna hit you in the middle of the. It's gonna hit you at any opportunity of the day. You're gonna feel like a shot through the foot. You're like, now I get it. Now I get it. But it's a beautiful thing. It is a beautiful thing when you finally get it. It's up there with some things. It really is. Another thing I want to discuss today about that foot in the door. You ever hear somebody say, all I need is a foot in the door, man? Whether it be with in a relationship, job, sports, lifestyle, whatever it may be, you've heard that phrase before. All I need is a foot in the door. Does that still work? Does the foot in the door still work? I love the foot in the door. Yeah, I need a foot in the door. I got this. I got this. I got this. All I need is a foot in the door. That's that language right there. That's that lingo when you can do that back and forth. All I need is a foot in the door. That's that belief system. That's when you believe in you. And I see, well, not just me. A lot of people notice that's been an issue here for the past few years, that the belief system in yourself. We need to share that a little bit more. Let people know it's okay to believe in yourself. It's not cockiness, but you need to believe in you. We're not Santa Claus. We're not the Easter Bunny. You're a human being. You got to believe in that. And a lot of people, it falls off a little bit when you forget and people don't tell you often how important you are, how much you need it, how much you're liked, how much you're loved, and how much you need to believe in that. And a lot of people fall off of that. It's a different time. I never thought that little phrase from Jerry Maguire would be so truthful. We live in a very, very cynical world. We really do. But when you break it down to its purest form and figure out how to adapt to it to make your own self happy, it becomes more appreciative. But again, everything comes with time. If we all knew the answers as a 45-plus-year-old person, life wouldn't be challenging, would it? These challenges are here for a reason. Don't you think? I do believe so. All that hell I went through trying to learn how to play a particular sport, I think it was needed. It teaches you patience and discipline, and more importantly, self-esteem. That is one damn thing for sure. You got me on that. Did you see the high school cheerleader in Nebraska? Cheerleader competition. Teammates decided to, hey, they protesting, don't know what's going on. There were anywhere from 4 to 22 members per team performing. This young lady performed by herself. It was her dream. They made it. Her teammates decided, hey, we're protesting. I don't know what's going on behind why they did it, but she did it by herself. And she got the highest position her school has had like in the past 10 years or something. By herself. By herself. I'm not saying you don't need a team. Don't think that. But sometimes things that you do by yourself can really catapult you in a different way, in a different light. Sometimes that wander off is needed. When Mike left the Jackson 5, that shit was needed, wasn't it? Huh? When Diana left the Supremes, that was needed, wasn't it? Huh? Huh? Think about it, huh? People, make it make sense out there. I'm trying to, damn it, for sure that. I'm not saying I have all the answers, but I did stay in a Holiday Inn Express last night. I always wanted to say that. But as an NBA guy, I like NFL more than NBA, but I dig the NBA. I love the stories. I love where we're at in the NBA. But the Dallas Mavericks and the Memphis Grizzlies. By the way, Memphis Grizzlies beat my Lakers last night down in Memphis in STL pressure. Coach Pat was in the building last night in Memphis with the squad and crew looking good, Coach Pat. Looking like a celebrity. I saw you, Coach Pat. Coach Pat's been all over the place. Him and Coach Blue. Keep up the great work, guys, in the AAU basketball scene. But those two teams are missing to me. They need an old-ass veteran that don't take no shit. Because they're playing too much. They're playing. Memphis can easily advance to the second round. That's about it. They're playing too much. They're not serious about this. Same way about Dallas. They're not serious about this. They're just joking around. They need to get somebody in there who's won before, but it's been a long damn time. His kids talking shit about him. Old lady don't respect him no more. Family members talking about, you used to be able to cook, Uncle Charles. He ain't feeling love no more. He got something to prove. They need to go find him. He's out there. There's an NBA vet out there right now with something to prove, who everybody around the house not giving him his credit anymore, and he's still letting you know he got something left in the tank. Go find him. Go find him. When I was playing softball, no lie, I told my coach one year, I shit you not, we need to find somebody fresh out the joint. I'm not jail, not on no damn 6-month bid. No, I need 15 years plus. I wanted to win. I wanted to win. Listen, oh my God. I promise you, there were over 250 men straight from, and women straight from the joint that was playing softball that had did over 15-year bids. And the strength was redonkulous. It was fucking epidemic. I said, I was like, all that talent was in prison throughout the United States. Oh my God. So I get it. But if I'm those two teams, I'm telling you right now, I'm going to get, if you want to win, you got to go get somebody to control that house because the coaches can't do it. They got to get somebody in that clubhouse with some respect, with no words spoken, and get some order in there. I guarantee you then, that's all they need. It's okay to have fun, but damn, come on now. The whole game? They key in the whole game? Come on now. We're better than that. Come on. Show me more than that. Come on, Ja. Come on now. Dallas, too much talent. And did I really hear somebody defending that winning an NBA championship doesn't mean anything like it used to, but winning MVP 3 years in a row is? See, those are the type of people that like participation trophies. Those are the type of conversations I don't even get myself involved in. I won't tweet. I won't retweet it. I will walk by that conversation. I may look over my shoulder, remember who the hell said that, but I won't say anything back to it. Some things don't need a response. They just don't. But that's what I would be if I'm running the Mavericks and the Grizzlies. And Ja keep landing like that. Him and Zion are going to be what if. I wonder what would have happened if. They're going to do another sports science on this. They're going to do another sports science on this. They're going to do another one. I feel it coming. I do. All right, our last topic of discussion here. By the way, if you're not doing nothing at 12 noon right after this one here, you can hop on over to our Facebook page for our podcast, Who's to Blame? We're going to do episode 514 today at 12 p.m. Central Standard Time. We're going to talk about the push for females in sports and also Major League Baseball. We got to talk. So we got that coming up at 12 live on our Facebook page, Who's to Blame, on our Twitter page at W2B Dre Montez, as well as YouTube Dre Montez. We're going to do that at 12 o'clock Eastern. So coming up right after this, you can hop right on over to our Facebook page, Who's to Blame. But here we go. Our last one here is, you remember that very first time? Get your mind out the gutter. The very first time, though, that you knew. Whatever you're at right now in your career that you're happy in, your happy place for is making money, doing what you do for a living, putting a smile on your face. Whatever you're doing that accomplishes that, the very first time you did that, did you know? Let's say you're a sales manager right now. The very first time you did a sale, did you know that was it for me? That right there was it. That was it. It was the roar of the crowd after hearing the ball come off the bat for me. That right there did it. When I knew for sure when I put the uniform on, got a uniform on now. And then sales, when you can do your homework on a client and you know more about the product or the company just as much as the client does, and you go through that needs analysis and you nail it, you give a presentation that just blows their damn mind, and you complete the sale, you've done what you said you were going to do, and that goes through. That right there is when that right there is what Zig Ziglar is talking about in the book, Secrets of Closing the Sale. That first sale, it just sets fire up under you, man. There's nothing you can't do. When the day you do that first sale, it's a feeling that nobody else can understand but you. And what's my man name? Matthew McConaughey tells you that in The Wolf of Wall Street, his character does. There's nothing about that first sale. Let's stop if I hurt myself, get overexcited. But that very first time, whatever it may be, sports, your job, your social life, whatever it may be, but that very first time to put you where you're at, that you got that taste, that feeling, you're like, I like this, I'm going to stay right here with this. Isn't it a great feeling? Well, tomorrow's my mother's birthday. So be prepared, St. Louis. My mom will be out on the town with her son and daughter, ripping it out. There's some karaoke somewhere. Get some daytime karaoke. There's Gladys Knight and a Pip. Do something. We do some dancing and some singing tomorrow around St. Louis. Take mama out tomorrow for her birthday. Happy birthday, mama. Mama! Again, shout out to my aunt, my sister, my pop for dinner the past 2 days. You guys are special and you know it. All right, good people. As I said, you can tune on over and jump on over to our Facebook page, Who's to Blame, at 12 o'clock. We're going to do episode 514 of Who's to Blame, the podcast. Ooh, we got a doozy one today for you here. I tell you what. 2 more parades, guys. Got 2 more parades. Got downtown St. Louis. Then we have Dogtown. And then we're getting ready for what? Opening day of baseball. But guess what's happening next Tuesday? The World Baseball Classic. It's just something about day baseball. Something about it, man. It makes you feel like you're there. And the conversations that are going on spring baseball right now, oh, man. Baseball is so romantic. Just listening to them talk about stories in between a pitch, in between an out, and still pick up on the story is fascinating to me, kids. Don't forget, if you want to do some advertising to get the word out for your product or business or your path of progressions, you can reach out to us here at www.dremontez.com. We have a budget for everyone. Well, boys and girls, children of all ages, thank you for tuning to today's show of St. Louis Organics Presents Montez at Midday. Don't forget to get on over and check out the show at 12 as we do the podcast of Who's to Blame. All right, kids. Until next time, we're out and we'll holler at you. Until next time, holla. Montez at Midday. Montez at Midday. I'm going to talk to you. Yeah. Montez at Midday. Montez.